Hello everybody, I'm Drake, like the dragon, and welcome back to What's New in Scarlet Hollow, Episode 2. Episode 2, I tried so hard not to go down into the forest last time for some stupid reason. That's the whole point of Chapter 1, of course I need to end up there. Same sort of vibe. As soon as I spot something new, I'm gonna pause, I'm gonna reflect, we'll see where we get. Okay, so we got a few more bits there about like the Scarlet Graveyard up there. I don't think we've ever paid attention to that. And Wayne's goo. Not a fan of strange men looking inside windows and leaving traces of goo behind. After last night, you should make things up to your cousin. Screw going to town. Try to clean the guest bathroom instead. If you're going to have to keep using that ungodly bathroom, you're going to at least make sure the surfaces have been bleached. You scrounge for cleaning supplies, finding a few dusty containers and spray bottles, none of which you recognize. They all feel like antiques, but they're the best you have. Armed with a rag and a trash bag, you set to work. It's a monumental task, and it nauseates you to think about just how many years of caked up dirt, gunge, and former fluids you have to scrub away to return some semblance of normalcy to the bathroom. That might be as much as you can do without a pressure washer and renovations, but at least taking showers here won't make you feel dirtier than when you started. But your admiration of a job adequately done is interrupted by the sudden heavy thunk, thunk, thunk of a metal door knocker, the sound seeming to reverberate its way down your spine. Someone is at the front door. Before you get a chance to decide whether or not to answer it, it opens. Ah! Oh, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't scare you. I've been up thinking about what you went through all night. I brought some fresh tea. Let's settle in somewhere and talk. Damn, Sybil! Nosy bitch! You and the old hippie make your way back to the kitchen. She gives one of Tabitha's few mugs a thorough rinse before pouring you a steaming tea from her thermos. The smell is amazing, a nostalgic earthy odor reminiscent of fall, as if it was brewed with autumn leaves. I'm not drinking that shit. I'm not drinking your slop, old woman. Is there any news about Duke? You went through quite the ordeal last night and are holed up alone and, well, bless her heart, but Tabitha hasn't exactly reclaimed this place since Perlan passed. I feel like I'm inhaling cobwebs. I wanted to check in on you. How are you holding up, dear, really? How'd you know I was up here? Were you just waiting around town until I showed up? You're making me sound so ominous, explorer. I figured I would see you in town this morning, and when I didn't, well, it's not like there are many other places you could have been. There is a sound somewhere above you, a creaking floorboard, betraying a shifting presence. There is something in the room above you. You heard that too, didn't you? You know, dear, I was planning to stop by the mines for a quick chat with your cousin. Maybe it would be a good idea if you came along. I don't like the thought of you being alone in this big house. Not with the town the way it is right now. Do you think this place is haunted? If it is haunted, I wouldn't doubt that you'd find out as soon as you were alone here for too long. It sounds to me like whatever might be here is already restless to have you to itself. Damn. Hmm. That's quite interesting. I do wonder what happens if she goes to speak to her with me. So I'm gonna save, and then I'm gonna explore what happens if I stay in the house by myself. Shake your head no. Alright, I won't force you. The sound is louder now. It's moving. Something heavy is crossing the room. But if you don't mind walking me to the door, I would appreciate the accompaniment. You make your way back to the foyer. The sounds horrifyingly follow along, disembodied footsteps keeping pace with the two of you until you break free from the second floor and out into the vast entryway of the estate. Sybil wastes no time in opening the door, but she hovers next to you, glancing back up towards the stairs. You know, Tabitha doesn't usually leave the mines until after sunset, from what I've heard. Just in case you wanted to reconsider staying here alone until then. Another thump. Another. It's nearing the landing. Oh my god. I'm not afraid. A bang as a door upstairs is shut violently. You both can't help but take a few steps back, crossing the precipice, your footsteps hollow against the wooden porch. The door slams shut in your faces. A lock clicks into place. Oh dear, was that the lock? The old woman tries the door, but to no avail. It would appear so. Well, good thing I always carry my trusty set of lockpicks, and I pick the lock. But the pin won't go in. It's like there's something blocking the lock on the inside. Every time you try to dig around it, the pin bends, and you have to take it out and bend it back, and then the thing does it again. You know, dear, Tabitha probably has a key. You don't have to go through all this trouble. I'm surprised you even want to go back in there after what we've just witnessed. It's the principle of the thing. I can't let a door defeat me. I never get to use my skills. This is fucking awesome. Okay, no choice really. We are going to the mines. You're once again surprised by the freshness of the mountain breeze, your lungs having grown accustomed to the stale, dusty air of the estate, not realizing how much they were being suffocated. At least it's a pleasant day for a walk. There really is nothing like the mountains in autumn. Is there a Mr. Sybil? That is a great line. That is a great line. Fuck me. Do you know much about my family? Any history I should know about? Oh yes. Everyone around here knows quite a bit about your family. You founded a town after all. Your family and the history of this town are completely intertwined. Your great-great, well, I'm not exactly sure how many greats that would be. Some distant grandfather of yours started the mine, which started the town. The town nearly collapsed into ruin after the collapse of 1918, and once again your family pulled it back up. Now here we are. I'm not sure what else there is to say. What do you want to know? Is it really just me and Tabitha? Why are there so few of us left? I suppose fate is crueler to some than to others. In a lot of ways, your family has been very fortunate. But the Scarlets have seen their fair share of death as well. Maybe more than their fair share. The collapse, like an economic collapse, or... We've certainly had our fair share of those, but no. There was a mine collapse in 1918. The town lost so many souls that day. Men and boys. This was before child labor laws came into effect in these parts. As if the collapse wouldn't have been bad enough, a tragedy on its own, there had to be children involved. You may have seen the mural in the library. I'm sure if you ask about it, Oscar would be happy to fill you in on any details you might want to know. But the tall and short of it is, there was another man working for your family who took the brunt of the town's anger. Charles Shaw. Something about some damaged struts he approved. They ran him out on a rail, so they say. It seems your family avoided most of the blame, especially since they managed to pull the town back together afterwards. Hard to remember to be angry with someone when they're the reason you have food on your table. Okay, kept to ourselves, fended for ourselves, generations and generations, knows a lot about the local flora, vital for the generations that came before her. Sure, what do you think of Tabitha? Okay. She's clearly got more to say. She's just being polite. But nothing. I'm being honest. I worry about her health with all that stress. Sybil is a worthy foe on the battlefield of social niceties. Is there a Mr. Sybil? There was, but unfortunately he passed about a year and a half ago, give or take. Life up in the hills can be hard on people for all kinds of reasons, even if you never step foot in the mines. Alright. Dr. Kelly? I am looking respectfully. Joan, wonderful to see you, as always. Have you met Explorer? Sybil. And no, we haven't met. Joan, he is our resident doctor, and Explorer is Vivian's kid, of course, in town for the funeral. I put that together. I'm gonna not do that. Not respectfully. I'm not gonna finish that thought. Never mind. That was filthy and disgusting, and I am better than men. Yeah, I'll just nod respectfully. She returns a gesture. I'd appreciate it if you called me Dr. Kelly, by the way. People my son's age don't get first name privileges. How is Reese doing? Any better these days? Dr. Kelly lets out a small, frustrated sigh. He's surviving, same as usual. You know that. Her son has a rare condition. Do you make a habit of sharing that kind of private information with anyone who wanders into town? Tell him Kanika says hello. I get the feeling she and Stella miss seeing him. Oh, since you're here, maybe we should set them up for a visit this week? Doesn't that sound nice? Explorer could come too. Sybil, they're adults. We don't need to set them up on play dates. And you know how easy it is for him to tire himself out. It's not worth it. I need to go home and get him his meds. I can't stand around talking all day. The woman starts her jog again, her pace faster than before, almost as if she's running away from the awkward interaction. Sybil, this bitch, she knows so much, and she's setting us up. Why would she give a shit about me going over and meeting him? She just knows. Alright. Well, well, well. This is ridiculous. You can't fire me for having a damn cold. There's gotta be some kind of, I don't know, rights violation. You aren't fired, Terrence. You're laid off. Cutbacks had to be made, and obviously I'm going to prioritize those cutbacks on workers who have a habit of missing shifts. I had mono. I was puking my guts out. Couldn't crawl my sorry ass into that pit, and you wouldn't have wanted me there anyway. And you only give us 3 days a year to get sick. It's a shit system. You don't have a note from a doctor. I can't just take your word. If you wanted extra sick days, you could have had them with the proper paperwork. Don't forget, by not showing up, you put extra pressure on your coworkers to pick up your slack, and that's not fair to them. And if you have a tendency to get sick like that, maybe you shouldn't be working in a place like this to begin with. As for your lodgings, I'll give you 2 weeks to move out. To hell with you and this damn mine, and the shit house you had me living in. It'd all be better off a heap of rubble. I don't understand what that means. It'd all be better off a heap of rubble? The miner kicks the dirt in a final act of frustration but wanders off, leaving Tabitha standing steadfast at the gates. What are you doing here, Sybil, an explorer? Explorer and I had a nice little chat this morning. Then we got locked out. So I decided I might as well bring Explorer along to your office. I assume you prefer that to having your cousin try and break back in. Though it looks to me like you're busy, I wouldn't want to impose. Why don't you drop by the tea room sometime this week, Tabitha? Yeah, sure, I'll swing by tomorrow. What was that about getting locked out? How'd you manage that? We got a little spooked. Old houses and their noises, I'm sure you understand. And the lock must be on a hair trigger. Anyway, it was lovely catching up, Explorer. I'm sure we'll be seeing each other around town. The woman finally leaves, and you're alone with your cousin once again, and I will not subject anyone to more of my stupid, bad southern accent, so... Well, so much for you not intruding on my work. Come on, I guess I'll babysit you in my office. Just don't make yourself a burden, alright? I have a lot to do today. I think there's a presence in your house. There are all these weird noises started when Sybil showed up. Guess the house doesn't like Sybil, huh? Oh, do you think? No, the estate's not alive and capable of disliking people. It's an old house that makes a lot of noise when the temperature changes. And in case you haven't noticed, it's fall. The temperature has been changing a lot. What was all that layoff stuff about? That's nothing you have to worry about. Running a business isn't all sunshine and roses. In fact, it's almost never sunshine and roses. Just... okay. Stella banned from the mines. Yup. Fly be dead. That's great. GIF peanut butter I see, and I'm the boss. Lovely. Stella isn't the only likeness captured on the walls of your cousin's trailer. On either side of Tabitha's desks are portraits of older people, a woman, and an old-timey man. A shotgun hangs menacingly over the desk. Besides that, there isn't much else to see. Who are those people on the wall? I'm sure you recognize Perlan at this point, and the other one is Enoch, our great-grandfather who saved the mine from ruin after the collapse. The idea was to have all the family members who owned the mines up on this wall, but I don't think Perlan was too excited to have great-grandma Eddie staring down at her all day, so we're missing one. Can't blame her. Remember that woman well enough to know why she wouldn't want the reminder. Do your workers only get 3 days off? Did they also get vacations, or...? Why is there a gun in here? It's Perlan's. She put it there to intimidate people. Always thought it was a little old-fashioned, but if it works, it works. You wouldn't have asked about it if it didn't leave an impression on you. Wow, she really showed us them pearly whites. Why is there a post of Stella saying she's banned from your property? She likes to poke around in places she shouldn't, kept sneaking up here to film videos or whatever her excuse was. As if that's not a lawsuit waiting to happen, so she's banned. Do they also get vacations, or...? I don't need to discuss the intricacies of how I run my business with you. I'm the one making decisions because I'm the one who knows what needs to be done for this place to stay running. And I don't need someone who's never run so much as a startup to try and tell me how I should be operating. It's not like I can take any time off either. I'd kill for 3 days. God, you really talk a lot, don't you? That's a good thing to... That's a good, insightful thing that we've spotted. I can't think of words. Never call Perlan Mom. We didn't have that kind of relationship. Alright, sis. You sit for a few long minutes. Tabitha taps away at her keyboard. The pleasant bird song you're used to hearing as the constant backdrop of Scarlet Hollow has been replaced with the distant sounds of machinery, muffled as it is by Tabitha's thin office walls. Now that I think about it, I should have probably explored other options and gotten kicked out for talking too much, but, you know. And then the sounds of machinery are joined by another sound, the angry rumbling of your stomach. The PB&J was not enough to sustain you this long. You require more substantial sustenance. Hey, are you hungry? I could pick us up something, if there's a place to get food. Oh, I guess now that you mention it, yeah. The cafeteria has mac and cheese I don't hate. It's the building with the big cafeteria sign on it. Try not to get lost. I don't need you falling down any mine shafts. Okay. The cafeteria sign is not as obvious as Tabitha made it out to be. All the grey corrugated buildings look vaguely the same. You aren't quite sure what direction you should start heading in. Get direction from a nearby group of miners. You approach the nearest group of miners. You could cut to the chase and ask where the cafeteria is, but here you are, among the workers, unsupervised. What's the harm in asking if any of them have seen anything unusual? Got a reason to be bothering us? Oh, I met this guy on the bus, wore a beanie and a shirt that said, "I want to, yeah." He said he had some friends work in the mines up here. A lot of people wear beanies. He gave me boiled peanuts. He also talked about how he used to push joggers into the Baltimore Harbor. Does that ring any bells? Not a clue. Yeah, I think I remember someone like that. Do you know anything about a guy named Wayne? Yeah, we knew him. He was such a cut-up, miss that dude. What happened to him? Is that the guy y'all said was, He's gone, that's all that matters. Okay, okay, okay. Looking for the cafeteria? I'm gonna do you a favor and not tell you where it is. The cafe slop. You're better off grabbing a bite at the diner, the only good establishment in town. Okay. Approach another group of miners. Hmm. Do y'all know this guy I met on the bus? Okay, nobody knows him. That's interesting, that's interesting. Trying to find the cafeteria. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh. So, you're up in the big house with the boss this week. I just wanted to know if you've seen anything strange while you've been staying there. Man's voice is quiet and nervous, like a mining jacket. Is there anyone up there with you? A man, maybe? Last name Wayne? Hmm. Yeah, I saw him last night. It scared the shit out of me. That doesn't sound like him, but at least that means he's alive. He's been missing over a week, and nobody around here seems to give a shit. Especially not the person who's seen him last, which happens to be your... Are we talking about a certain young man who may or not have caught the boss's eye? That Sam Wayne fella, wasn't it? Whatever. If anyone asks, we never talked, got it? I don't want to disappear, too. Isaacs obviously has more to say, but this isn't the time and place to coax more information out of him. Slip him your contact info. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah! Hey, thanks for the help. Don't mention it. Okay. Huh. I've skipped out over less. What do you guys know about this Wayne fellow? Certain someone got involved with somebody he shouldn't have, and nobody in camp seen him since. I figured he'd just run off to live in that big mansion with his bail. The thought of a strapping young man like him, with that sour-faced broad, always left such a bad taste in my mouth. As if you wouldn't fall on your knees if a woman of means showed the slight bit of interest in you, or any woman at all. Fair enough. Say nothing. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, Wayne. I wish you could have stayed at the estate. It's dangerous here. Hm. So it wasn't you who locked me out. There are other forces at work in this town, all trying to pull you in their own directions through whatever deception they can manage. They've already made things more difficult for us both. I hope you have the strength to survive what they intend to put you through, for both our sakes. I am the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety. Don't forget that, even if it's already too late to stop what's going to happen. What's going to happen? I'll be watching you. Okay. Hmm. Tabitha, there's this creepy miner who keeps following me. Wayne? I don't know who you think has been following you, but it's not him. If you're going around asking questions about Sam Wayne, you're probably going to hear some rumors. I'm sorry, I said I didn't know him last night. You caught me off guard, and I didn't know what to say. Sam was friendly with me. He even came around to the estate a few times. And a lot of the workers here just can't seem to get over it. He disappeared, and despite what a lot of people seem to be insinuating, I don't know what happened to him. I don't even know if he's alive. Whatever, it's fine. I know it's easy to blame mean boss for that sort of thing. But I digress. If someone's following you, you should just stay at the estate. Where it's... Your cousin's attention is suddenly drawn elsewhere. She stares past you, focusing on something in the distance. Honestly, I'm really shocked that she said as much as she did. Is that Stella? How many times do I have to tell her she's banned before she understands what that means? Tabitha shuts the door, and you both march your way down the hill. As you and Tabitha approach Stella, the two old-timers take notice and wander off. Just trespassing? Well, yeah, but I have a good reason this time. Shit, I knew we needed a lookout. Is there someone talking to you through an earpiece? Kanika, is that you on the other end? Stella hastily removes her earbud, muffling the other voice. Sorry, Tabby, it's just that Oscar's kid Rosalina has been missing since yesterday, so we decided to ask around to see if anyone's seen her, and while we were at it, we also were seeing if anyone had encountered these things we saw in the woods last night. Ditchlings that Sybil said are like little Mothman foretelling doom. Stella. And also, there's this guy called Wayne who used to work here, and Kanika says super creepy and sick, and Stella. Just stop. Stop. Stop talking. It's not like I was filming or anything. I'm barely here, I promise. You are standing right in front of me, extremely here. Why didn't you check the usual teen haunts for the kid? Maxwell Place or the gas station or whatever. Anywhere but here where you are explicitly not allowed to be. I mean, it's the site of one of the worst catastrophes that ever befell the town. If there's another one coming, it makes sense, doesn't it? That's what our research pointed us towards, at least. Our research? Who's we, you and Karika? Yeah, she would think something awful was going to happen up here. She hates me and everything I stand for and thinks the town would be some bustling utopia if I wasn't around to run it. When in reality, we both know it wouldn't exist without me. Whatever you're looking for, you're barking up the wrong tree. So just go someplace before... Tabitha once again trails off. Both she and Stella have noticed a girl with a dark braid and glasses sneaking along the ridge. It's Rosalina. Kanika, we found her. She's headed up the hill. Up the hill? She's not headed for the old mine, is she? The one that collapsed? We'd better go after her before somebody gets killed up here. You've got to be kidding me. No, this is great. I'll just let her know Oscar's looking for her, then we can get out of your hair. Bye, Tabby. See you around. Damn it. I'm never going to finish my spreadsheets. Nobody needs to be playing around in those mines. We better break this up. Okay. They went in? Does Stella have no sense of self-preservation? Ah, yeah, it's cousin bonding time. Oh, fuck, is that a ditchling in a tree? It fucking is. Alright, let's see how things are different with Tabitha there with me the entire time. Damn. Hmm. What makes you so sure it was Charles Shaw's fault? Does it really matter whose fault it is? That's ancient history at this point. 100 years on, who cares about pointing fingers and passing blame? Everyone involved is long dead. What I care about are the 168 people who climbed down to their deaths that day, unaware of the hand they'd been dealt until they were literally buried by it. None of us know the price we have to pay until our debt is due. Tabitha, that's fucking deep, girl. What the hell was that? Okay. Looks like we found our trespassers. I can't believe Stella managed to drag Kanika out here. She avoids me like the plague. What's the deal with you and Kanika? Honestly, I have no idea. I don't hold anything against her, aside from the fact that she's always hated me. She probably just got jealous Stella and I started spending time together, but that was years ago, so who knows? No offense, but you are a little rough around the edges. That doesn't mean she has to give me a hard time. Have you tried talking to her? No. Even if I tried, it's not like she'd listen, probably. Look, I've kind of given up on other people understanding me. It doesn't matter. What do you think of Kanika? I think the two of us are more alike than she'd ever care to admit. I respect her, but don't tell her I said that. I wouldn't want to appear weak. Let's move on, they're close. You breathe a sigh of relief as the tight passageway give way to a small cavern. Within, a group of teens engages Stella and Kanika in a heated argument. All of them are too caught up in the moment to notice you or Tabitha approach. My dad is a foreman at the continuous mining facility, and he says he only abandoned this mine because there wasn't enough coal left, so it's actually really safe and we can hang out here wherever we want. Wait, Becca, I thought your dad was a charge hand? No, Alexis, he got promoted last month. Correction, your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job in the morning. What? Oh, shit. Oh, hey, Tabby. I guess you two caught up to us. Two Scarlets in one place. What luck. Well, maybe you two can talk some sense into these kids that clearly don't respect my authority. Do none of you understand what a boarded up mine entrance is supposed to mean? It means it's closed, condemned, not fit for human use. Ah, come on. This place is way sturdy. Check it out. Oh, come on, you guys. Maybe it's not a big deal. We used to do dangerous things all the time, and I still do dangerous things now. Who are we to tell them where they can hang out? Stella, I have never disagreed with you more or found you more obnoxious than I do in this very moment. This is so stupid and irresponsible. I don't know who you think you are in this situation, Stella, but I own this mine. It is entirely within my rights to tell them to leave, much like it is entirely within my rights to tell you to leave. Was your lifetime ban from the mines not clear enough message for you? A lot of this we have seen previously. It might be a bit reworded, so I'm sorry that I'm not narrating the whole thing, but it is mostly pretty much the same. I can't believe I've wasted this much time trying to argue with children. I'm washing my hands of this and calling the cops. Feel free to leave before they show up. You hear that, Miles? We're leaving. I suggest the rest of you kids leave this empty mine before someone gets black lung or gets crushed by rocks or Meets any one of the many terrible fates people tend to meet in abandoned mines. Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. You don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest. A desperate need to perceive and be perceived. Wrap yourself in the darkness of the pit. Hey, are you alright, Explorer? Bear witness. What do you think you're doing? Get away from there. Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates whatever the fuck is on that wall. Okay, the animations of the miners seem new. Both me and Tabitha conked out, huh? You raise up on your elbows, head still swimming from the visions, your surroundings coming back into focus. Your head throbs as the knocking continues, now magnitudes more intense than ever. Through it, you once again hear the panicked voices of bickering teenagers echoing down the long stone corridors. So, from kind of going to the mines, well, being led to the mines by Sybil and speaking to Tabitha, it was all very linear from there. We end up in the mines. I'm going to go back to sort of a decision-making point and then see if anything is different from there. Honestly, I don't think that there's much more new in this. Obviously, I could get my way to the mines by myself. I mean, now that I'm here, I feel like we've seen everything that happens around the area. I'll still run through it, but yeah, I feel like the option of staying home and the whole Sybil interaction might be the newest bit of episode 2. The woods are quiet today. It feels peaceful here for a moment before you start to question why the woods are quiet today. Your thoughts can't help but wander back to the creatures you encountered, those ditchlings and the marks they have left on the local wildlife. The woods aren't quiet today. They are emptier than they should be. Oh, hello. Oh, you must be Vivian's kid. You threw me off. I never see anybody out on the trails this time of day. Glad to see somebody's in the Scarlet bloodline gives a shit about their health. Getting your heart rate up instead of just driving around. I've got a son about your age who would kill for the opportunity. I hate seeing young people give up on themselves for no reason when other people have to fight so hard to feel normal. Damn, she's chatty when I'm by myself. Hello. So, you're the doctor around here? Have the cops gotten in touch about Duke's body? Duke died? Are the cops around here incompetent or something? His body is just out there in the woods. They do that all the time. I don't think our boys in blue handle blood very well. I guess I'll be hearing from them soon enough. They'd better not make me haul him out of the whatever hole he wound up in. Wait, did you know my mom? I did. Small town, everybody knows everybody, especially if you're around the same age. It's only fair that you tell me your name since you seem to already know mine. Dr. Kelly, and never drop the doctor. I don't appreciate over-familiarity. Look, I'm on a tight schedule. I need to give Reese his meds soon. I didn't mean to start a conversation. Alright. Alright. Fair enough. And we're back here. Yeah, guys, I feel like we've seen all the new bits, and a lot of it is just small changes to dialogue, to sort of descriptions, and they are awesome, and it is so cool, and I love this game very much. But I do think this is it for episode 2. Now, if anyone has any insider knowledge on anything that I might have missed, I would be happy for you to tell me, and I would be happy to replay and show you more. But I suppose until then, I am not patiently at all, actually very impatiently waiting for the next episode of the game to come out. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you got something out of watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.